Modalities Movement Therapy online sessions. My name is Brenda, and today we're going to be looking at the connections in the body. With the use of a foam roller and a soft reflex ball and water to hydrate and plump up the fascial tissue. The reflex ball we're going to use in areas of the body to release specifically the diaphragm, and we're going to work around the colon. And when I talk about the connections, we'll feel the release in the front of the legs, hopefully into the knees and the hips. With the use of the foam roller, we're also going to focus on releasing the diaphragm and that deep core line. So coming up to standing, let's take a nice deep breath in, circle the arms up and yawn and have a nice stretch and just reach up and wake the body up. Let's roll down the spine, through the spine, and bounce there. Come down onto your hands and knees. Bring your hands onto the foam roller. And rolling forward, keeping the tailbone lifted, the pelvis is nice and open. This is a lovely stretch for around that upper back, between the rib cage, where the lungs sit. Bounce the chest up and down and focus on your breathing. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, round the spine and pull the roller back towards you. Bounce the tailbone to the heels. Roll forward. Take a nice deep breath in. And again, bounce the chest a few times. As you breathe out, round the spine and bounce the bum back towards the heels. Let's go forward again. Nice deep breath in. Position the hands slightly closer together. Bounce the chest up and down. As you breathe out, tuck and round. Bounce the bum back to the heels again. Let's do one more. Nice deep breath in. And bounce the chest up and down. As you start to breathe out, round the spine and pull back. Bounce the tailbone to the heels. Let's come forward onto the mat in a side lying position. You can take the knees together, bring the roller underneath your elbow, and let's roll over the triceps. And as you come back, tuck. We're breathing in here, getting a nice stretch, lengthening into the diaphragm and that lateral side. Breathe into the space you're creating. As you come back, breathe out, tuck. Breathe in. You can take the reflex ball between the knees and squeeze it if the knees are not staying together. You want to keep them stacked, so you're focusing on that lateral line stretch. Breathe out. Let's keep going, another two. Nice deep breath in, lengthening out. As you breathe out, squeeze the ball, breathe out, tuck and round the spine. Let's finish off in an extended position. Roller sort of mid triceps. You can remove the ball, extend your arm forward and lengthen your top leg back. Now we're going to rotate. Bring that arm behind you. Rest your head on the roller if you want to, and open up there. Breathing out as you come forward. Drop forward, get a nice lateral stretch, lengthening the fingers and the toes in opposite directions. Nice deep breath in. Open up there. As you breathe out, rock yourself forward. Let's do another two. Nice deep breath in. Open up. As you breathe out, rock yourself forward. One more, a nice deep breath in. Open yourself up and breathe out. Coming back to the center now, bring your foam roller between your knees, lying on your side. So squeeze the foam roller between the feet and the knees. We're going to relax the head on the arm. If you're not comfortable in that position, you can bend the elbow. Otherwise, we're going to take the reflex ball, and I want you to start right at the base of the neck, and you're going to push the ball in, and you're going to twist it around. So we're releasing that neck area. Move right up over the occiput ridge to that mastoid process behind the ear. Move around the whole area to the front of the neck, onto that sternocleidomastoid, that muscle that runs sort of horizontally or diagonally, should I rather say, at an angle down the neck. Release that area there. Move right under the chin, along the jawline. Move all the way around that area. Let's move on to the jawline and get around that mastoid process and release that area. You can move up and over the cheek and right under the eye. Gently into this area. Onto that temporal lobe. A nice release around this area. Just put the ball to one side. We're going to now take the top leg onto the, or keep the top leg on the roller and extend the bottom leg. Come forward onto your elbows and roll along that inner thigh. Work right up to the hip area and into that groin. Try to relax your foot on the roller and keep the knee and the hip in line. Let's extend that leg and roll right over the inner thigh, just bouncing back and forward. And you're going to now keep the leg in an extended position if it's not too sore, and roll the roller towards the knee and come back. You want to work nice and slowly, so you're really stretching and lengthening that fascial tissue out, plumping it up. Let's keep the roller just above the knee or on the knee, so it's not too sore, and bend and extend that leg. Again, check the position of the knee, keep it in line with the hips or as high up as you can. We're going to come around and do the same thing to the other side. Bring the roller over to that side and bring the head into the hands. Let's change to the other side. You can bring the ball between the knees to keep those knees stuck. And let's bring the head into the hands and roll along that back arm line. Nice deep breath in here, breathe out, tuck, squeeze the ball, breathe in and lengthen into that lateral stretch, breathing into the space you're creating, breathe out, squeeze the ball and round. Again, a nice deep breath in Lengthen yourself out, squeeze the ball, and tap. Let's do another 3. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out. 2 more. And breathe out. Last one. Finish and hold it in that extended position. You can release the ball. Reach that arm forward. Keep your head resting in your hand. If you are taking a lot of strain in the neck, then you can bring the head onto the roller and bring the arm in front. So you're going to just drop down into that position. And let's breathe in, open up, breathe out, reach and stretch, drop the upper body forward as far as you can. Breathing in, open up. You should feel a nice pectoral stretch right in the front of that supporting arm on the roller. Breathe in, open up, and breathe out, and stretch. Last one, nice deep breath in, open up, breathe out, and stretch. Good, bring the roller between the knees, both feet and knees, and let's extend the arm lying with the ear on the arm. Take the ball in the hand and let's work right around where the neck meets the shoulder and move around the neck, coming up towards the head. Push down and twist, push down and twist. Keep going all the way the back of the neck up to that mastoid process behind the ear. Push down and twist. Push down and twist. Move under the chin. And let's go right up onto the cheek, onto that jawline, around that mastoid process. And around that mandibular joint there, pushing around, up to the temporal lobe and underneath the eye, just nice and gently there. And you can put the ball to the side. Keep the top knee on the roller and just bring the roller next to you on the mat. We're going to roll along that inner thigh. Come onto the elbows and you want to be on the front of your supporting leg. Position the knee in line with the hip and roll along the inner thigh all the way to the hip. Again, nice and slowly. Let's hold it in that the leg in that extended position and bounce into that extended stretch. And roll all the way back towards the knee. Bring the knee onto the roller and bend and extend that knee. Good, and release. Come back onto your side. Position your roller, so we're going to stay on the elbow so we can adjust or determine the amount of weight you want to put into the roller. And we're going to focus up. The diaphragm at the back is attached to the intercostal muscles between the ribs. So we want to focus on releasing this area and getting more movement into the diaphragm so that we can breathe more deeply. We're going to shear, so you can hold on to the roller with that top hand, and you're going to shear from side to side. So move the roller up and down, and we're opening up the top shoulder, so you're getting around to the lateral side and onto the back slightly, and shearing. We're going to use the ball as well onto the back, so that will also assist the rib cage and the attachments to the diaphragm right next to the spine. Move now that top shoulder forward and keep moving the roller up and down. I want you to stack your knees now, so we're more on the lateral side of the body. And now what you're going to do is bring that top knee forward in front, extend the bottom leg, and now move right onto the front of the rib cage and shear from side to side. Move it up and down. So you don't want to be on those floating ribs, you want to be above those floating ribs. Nice light pressure on the roller. Do the same thing to the other side. So we can start off on the back with the top leg behind and continue that shearing movement as you move the foam roller up and down. Again, light pressure on the roller and watch out for those floating ribs there. Let's stack the knees, go onto the lateral side of the body and continue moving the roller up and down. Onto the front of the rib cage now. And reposition the roller, come onto the hands and knees. We're now going to take the roller onto the front of the legs, onto those quadriceps, and elbows are in front. Let's roll all the way along the thighs. Move over the knees if they're not sore, if there's no pain, and relax the feet on the mat so that you can put a little bit more weight into that release. You can turn the feet out slightly, so we're focusing on that deep core line along the inner thighs, those adductors. And all this time you're slowly rolling up and down, you're focusing on the breathing. Finish off coming back onto your hands and knees, and we're going to bring the knees onto the roller, focusing along the inside of the shins, along the shins there. Nice and slowly again. Focus on your breathing, breathing in as you extend the knees back. Breathe out as you tuck. extend the legs back. Keep the knees and the hips in line so that movement is not small, nice and controlled. Keep going. And one more. Good. Coming off the roller, we're now going to take the reflex ball. You just have a quick drink of water. And we're going to focus on the diaphragm again and the colon. So on the right side, we have the ascending colon. We have the transverse colon coming across and the descending colon. We're going to position the ball right above the hip, and we're going to move the ball up and down and from side to side. And then we're going to position it onto the transcending colon and onto the descending colon. Lying forward onto the abs, bring the ball underneath that ascending colon, and you're going to just rock your hips from side to side, pushing into the ball. You can work directly onto the skin if your t-shirt's getting in the way, and massage from side to side and up and down. Play around with the position of your feet so you can just determine how much weight you want to put in there. I find it easier just resting on the front of the legs. You'll find that spot that needs the most releasing. Hold it on that spot. Now what I want you to do, you can rest your head on your forehead on your hand, bring your foot into your hand, and you're going to focus now on the breathing, keeping the ball still, and breathe out. Now what I want you to feel here, the connection is between releasing that diaphragm and that ascending colon. You'll feel the stretch down the front of the legs into the quadriceps. And hopefully into the knee if you need some releasing there. Breathing in and out. Last one. And breathe out. Position the ball now onto the transcending colon, so it's just inside of the rib cage. You're going to, it's quite a nice big movement, this one. And again, position yourself curling the toes under or lying flat on the front of the legs and move from side to side. I find I'm able to control the movement more when I'm lying on the front of the legs. Rock the ball from side to side. So we not only releasing the diaphragm, but we're releasing that colon as well. Let's move over to the descending colon, so that's on the left side, coming down. And again, position the ball where you're going to feel it the most. Massage from side to side or up and down. On the front of the legs or curling the toes under and putting more weight into the ball. There. Play around with the position of the ball so you're feeling it where it needs the most release. Again, relaxing onto your hand, your forehead on your hand, bring your foot into your other hand, and you're breathing into that release. Another nice deep breath in for 4 counts. And breathe out. And one more nice deep breath in. And breathe out. We're now going to come onto our backs. And we're going to position the ball onto one side of the spine, around the rib cage, where I was talking about the connection between those ribs, the intercostal muscles and the diaphragm. Lying on your back, you can support your head in your hands, so it's on one side of the spine. And we're going to breathe into the ball. So we're just going to hold the position. It will probably be very sensitive. Again, you can play around with the position of the ball until you feel it where you need it the most. Around about the T12, the middle back there. Breathing in and breathe out. Breathing in. Nice deep breath in one more time. Breathe in for 4 counts. And breathe out. Let's reposition the ball onto the other side of the spine. And again, it's around the base of the thoracic vertebra before the lumbar vertebra starts. And holding it there, breathing in for 4 counts. And breathe out. So just to confirm that position there, around about that area over here. Nice and deep breath in. And breathe out. 2 more nice deep breaths in. And breathe out. And last one. And breathe out. Taking the ball out from that position, I want you to find your hip bone, and along that sacroiliac spine, you'll find a dimple on one side of your spine. I want you to position the ball under that dimple. And keep the feet flat. You're going to bring that knee into the chest. You can extend the other leg out. And now bounce this knee into the chest. So again, focusing on this whole area around the diaphragm, we're looking at our psoas muscle now, which sits in the lower back. And that's often an area we carry a lot of tension if we sit for long periods of time. And you're going to circle the knee. So just a small little circular motion. Keep the knee as close to the chest as you can, and you're going to change direction. Good, let's reposition the ball on the other side, onto the dimple on that side of the spine. You can extend your supporting leg and bring that knee into the chest. If you're more comfortable bending the knee, you can, but it'll give you a nice stretch into the front of that leg. Bounce the knee to the chest, hold it there, and when you're ready, circle the knee. And change direction. Release the ball, or release the foot and then the ball. Bring the ball underneath the glutes now. Underneath move the buttocks, those hip muscles, those gluteus muscles that support the hips. I want you to roll the ball from side to side, just staying on that buttock. And when you find that spot, I want you to open up your knee and keep rolling from side to side. Releasing those glutes, we're going to use them just now. The gluteus muscles, our biggest muscle group in the body. Part of our core. The stronger these muscles are, the stronger your core is going to be. Help stabilize the hips. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So reposition that ball and start off moving from side to side. Once you find that position that you want to stay on, open up the knee and keep rolling that ball side to side. Are you breathing? And come back onto your foot. Bring the knees on either side of that ball. Bring the arms in line with the shoulders. Keep the feet, now bring the feet together and keep the feet together to start. We're going to focus on breathing. So your diaphragm should be nice and released now that we've used the ball around that area. Breathe in through the nose. Open up and arch. Breathe out, push the lower back down into the mat and squeeze that ball as you start off pushing the rib cage down. You're releasing that breath. Exhale, exhale, and scoop the belly and squeeze the ball. Take a nice deep breath in. Open up into the rib cage. Pushing the shoulders down into the mat. You're going to breathe out as you squeeze the ball and tuck under. You'll find the shoulders will come up slightly as you scoop. You're rounding the spine. Palms face up. Breathe in. Open up. Now as you breathe out, I really want you to focus on dropping the rib cage so you can rotate the palms down. The shoulders will come up. Squeeze the ball, scoop, and activate the glutes. A nice deep breath in. Open up and arch, palms face up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, think about the rib cage pushing down and shoulders come up. Scoop the belly and squeeze the ball. Good. Let's do it again. Nice deep breath in. Open up and arch. As you breathe out, scoop the belly and squeeze that ball. Let's do another one. Nice deep breath in. Open up and arch. As you breathe out, scoop the belly. As you push the rib cage down, palms come down. Squeeze that ball. Let's hold it in that position. Scooping, you're still exhaling. Breathe in. Thrust the pelvis up. Now try to bring the feet as close to the hands as you can. And we're going to bounce the tailbone up to the ceiling. Bounce, 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 bounce. Keep going. Bounce. Keep squeezing that ball between the knees. We've got 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down through the spine. Keep the ball where it is. Take the feet slightly wider apart. And we're going to do the same thing again. Taking a nice deep breath in. Open up and arch. Pushing the rib cage down. Use your hands if it helps you. And shoulders will come up slightly. Activate the glutes, tucking under. Keep squeezing the ball as you breathe in. Thrust the pelvis up to the ceiling. And bounce the tailbone up, up, and up. Keep going. squeeze that ball. Breathe. 4 counts in, 4 counts out through the nose. That nice deep diaphragmatic breathing. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. Lower it down through the spine. Keep the ball where it is. Bring the knees and the feet up. Hips and knees in line with the hips, and calves parallel to the mat. Let's focus on breathing in again. So here we want the movement to follow the breath. We're going to breathe out and tuck in, pushing down into the mat. As we breathe in, you're going to bring the knees to one side. As you breathe out, I want you to push down into the mat, and then you're going to, the knees, the breath is going to pull the knees up to the center. Breathe out here. Take a nice deep breath in, go over to the other side. Open up, open up, open up. When you need to breathe out, push that lower back down into the mat, and the knees will follow. Push down. Again, nice deep breath in. Open up. Breathe out. Push down into the mat. Breathe out. Exhale, exhale, exhale to the center. Keep going. Another nice deep breath in. Open up. Open up into the rib cage. As you breathe out, the breath will bring the knees back. Another 2. Nice deep breath in. Open up. Breathe out. Here, listen to yourself exhaling as the knees follow the exhalation. Breathe in. Open up, open up, open up. As you breathe out, come back to center. We're going to finish off the last one. Breathing in. Open up. As you breathe out, come back to center. Keep squeezing that ball between the knees. And again, a nice deep breath in. Open up. As you breathe out, come back to center. Good. Finish off bringing the feet onto the mat and rocking over. Keeping the ball where it is. Come onto your elbow. Stack the feet, keep the knees together, and holding the position of the elbow underneath the shoulder, we're going to extend that top arm and take a nice deep breath in there. Again, the movement will follow the breath. Breathing in, we're opening up, so you want to create as much space as you can to breathe into. As you breathe out, I want you to start pushing, tucking the rib cage and squeezing the ball between the knees. Bring the arm around and underneath into that position. Exhale as much as you can. Breathe in again. Open up, open up, open up. As you breathe out, we're going to do another 2. Nice deep breath in. Open up. As you breathe out, exhale. 1 more. Nice deep breath in. Open up. Breathe out. We're going to progress to bringing that elbow onto the mat in front of the hand, and you're going to use still on your exhalation. So we've breathed in. Now we're going to breathe out. Elbow and hand onto the mat. Keep breathing out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees are squeezing the ball. Rock the knees and breathe in. If you don't want to do that lift, just focus on that exhalation and holding that rounded position. And breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Drop the hips. Nice deep breath in. Open up. Breathe out. Exhale, 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 exhale. Lift the hips and bounce. We've got 2 more. Let's drop the hips. Now inhale. And breathe out. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Bounce the hips up for 2. Exhaling, exhaling. Feel that crunch getting the oblique muscles in the waist. Take another nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift up and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Drop the hips down. Finishing off there. You can release the reflex ball. Extend the bottom leg. Cross that ankle, that foot over the thigh. Here we're going to lift up again, lengthening into a nice open position. And as you breathe out, we're going to tuck. So again, our movement is following our breath. As you breathe in, you're opening up, creating space. Breathe into that space you're creating. As you breathe out, bring the elbow in front of the knee and breathe out. Breathe in, lengthen and open up. Breathe out, tuck and round. Keep going for 4. Nice deep breath in, open up, breathe out. 3 to go, nice deep breath in, open up, breathe out. 2 more, nice deep breath in, open up, and breathe out. Last one. As you breathe out, let's bounce it up for 8. 7, are you breathing? Not much space to breathe into, but breathe into it. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bringing the knees together. Let's come over to the other side. So we're going to stack those knees. Bring the ball between the knees. Elbow underneath the shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in, open up. As you breathe out. So you're pulling down, you're pushing the belly button to the spine. You're actually pulling away from that elbow. Scoop the arm underneath the shoulder. And again, a nice deep breath in. Open, open, open. As you breathe out, push down and tuck. Breathe in again. Open up. And breathe out. Breathe in, last one. And breathe out. If you choose to stay on the elbow, stay there. If you can, progress to lifting up off the hips. So you don't want the elbows to be too far away. You want them, that elbow in line with the shoulder and the hands on either side of the elbows. So you want to be able to scoop the belly because you're on the exhalation. Lift up and bounce for 4, 3, keep squeezing the ball, 2, and 1. Drop the hip down. Take a nice deep breath in. Open up. Breathe out. Scoop there. And lift. Bounce. 2, 3, 4. Drop down. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, scoop the belly in. And bounce. 2, 3, 4. Take another one. Let's breathe in. Open up as you breathe out. And bounce. 2, 3, 4. Finish off. Let's release the ball. Extend that leg forward. Open up. Turn the foot out so you're opening up here into the hip. So the sole of the foot is facing the body. Let's open up there into that nice lifted position. You're creating space in the diaphragm. Breathe into that space you're creating. As you breathe out, bringing the elbow in front of the knee. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Again, a nice deep breath in. Open up. Good. Breathe out. Breathing in and breathe out. Let's go for 4 and breathe out. 3 more and breathe out. Nice deep breath in for 2. Open up. Breathe out. So not only is that foot resting there, but it's creating resistance. So it's harder for you to lift that leg, and you're activating those deep core line muscles a little bit more. Breathe in and breathe out. Push. Let's finish off with the 1 more. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. Hold it here. Breathe and bounce. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Stack the knees. Come onto your hands and knees. Have a quick drink of water, and then we're going to position the roller between the knees. So on the hands and knees, hands directly under the shoulders. Try and stay on the front of the feet. If you are cramping in the feet or the calves or the hamstrings, you can curl the toes under. But try and come back into this position if you can, and focus on bouncing into that rounded position on the front of the feet. Let's take a nice deep breath in, arch. And breathe out, squeeze the ball, and squeeze the roller. Take another nice deep breath in. Open up, 4 counts in, squeeze the roller, 4 counts out. If you do find you cramping, I want you to focus more on the breathing and focus on relaxing the neck more. Breathing in, open up, squeeze the roller as you tuck and round that spine. Breathe in, open up and arch. Breathe out, squeeze the roller with the feet and the knees. Hold it in that round position. Again, a nice deep breath in. Breathe out, squeeze the roller, tuck. We're going to progress to bouncing for 2, 3. Still on the exhalation in that rounded position. Squeeze that roller, activate that deep core line. As you breathe out, squeeze the roller, exhale, head comes down, knees come and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Relax the head. The more you use your head, the more you're going to activate those deep core line muscles. Drop down, take a nice deep breath in. Open up, open up, open up. Breathe out, squeeze that foam roller, tuck and round the spine. Bounce, 2, 3, 4, good. Drop down, take a nice deep breath in. Open, open, open. Squeeze the foam roller. Tuck, 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 tuck. Exhale, exhale, bounce. 2, 3, 4. Let's do another 4. Nice deep breath in. Squeeze that foam roller, tucking around the spine. And bounce. 2, 3, 4. 3 to go. Nice deep breath in. Squeeze that foam roller, tuck, 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 and bounce. 2, 3, 4. 2 to go. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Squeeze that roller, tucking around. And bounce. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Breathe out, tucking around. And bounce. 2, 3, 4. Good. Breathing in. We're going to drop down onto the elbows, or you can choose what position you prefer, elbows or stay on the hands. We're going to arch and tuck slowly for 4 counts. Then we're going to hold it in that round position for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go again. Nice deep breath in. Starting from the top. Breathe in and arch. Breathe out and tuck. Again, nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Squeeze the roller and tuck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Squeeze the roller and tuck. One more. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out, tuck. Hold it here. Now keep breathing. Bounce the knees. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow it down. Breathing in. Breathe out. Squeeze the roller. Breathe in. Breathe out. Squeeze the roller. Breathe in. Breathe out. Squeeze the roller. Hold it in the rounded position. Breathe out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop down. We've got 2 more sets. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Squeeze the roller and tuck. Breathe in. Breathe out, squeeze the roller and tuck. Breathe in. Breathe out, squeeze the roller and tuck. Last one. Breathe out, squeeze the roller and tuck. Breathing in and out. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. One last set. Nice deep breath in, arch. Breathe out, squeeze the roller and tuck. Breathe in, open up. Breathe out, squeeze the roller and tuck. Last 2. Squeeze the roller and tuck. Last one. Squeeze the roller and tuck. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Finish off on the hands and knees and just release the roller. Extend your arms forward into our child's pose and just have a nice big stretch. Walk the hands around to one side, bring the knees together, then push the tailbone away in the opposite direction. So nice lateral stretch. Let's come back to the center and do the same thing to the other side. pushing the hips away. Walk the arms forward. And come back onto hands and knees. One more deep breath in, arch. And breathe out. In this rounded position, I want you to lift up off the knees, curl the toes under if you need to, otherwise I want you to bounce into that position. Take the tailbone to the heels, bounce. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, curl the toes under, take the feet as wide apart as the mat, and extend your arms forward. So we're in that pyramid or down dog position. Bounce your chest back towards your feet. And this is a great stretch for the diaphragm and for the lungs, over the lungs, over the rib cage there, opening up and just lengthening out. Walk the hands slightly closer if you need to. Reach one hand to the ankle and bounce yourself through. Bend that elbow and pull your chest towards the opposite knee. Let's do the same to the other side. Reach that hand around to the calf and pull yourself through. Hold on to the ankle if you can reach it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands back down. Bounce the chest back. Let's walk through the feet. Bouncing the heels. And bounce. And bounce. Extend yourself forward into a plank position. So tuck under and hold that plank position. Hold it and focus on your breathing. Drop it down onto the elbows if you need to. Push back into your heels. Be careful, don't let this happen. Stay nice and lifted in the tailbone. Push through the heels. Hold that position. Focus on the breathing. Bring the feet together, move the roller if you need to, and lower down. Bring your forehead onto your hands, and just wiggle the hips from side to side. Finishing off, bring the elbows into the waist, spread the hands out, elbows squeezing the waist, and you opening up the hands, and we're taking a nice deep breath into a semi-cobra. Make sure you're squeezing the glutes to support the lower back, and look from side to side, side to side. Come forward, down onto the mat, bring the hands next to the chest, under the shoulders, tuck your tailbone, and lift yourself up. Coming back into that child's pose. Bend the elbows, bring your forehead onto your hands, and lying here just in this fetal position, focus on your breathing. Are you breathing in through the nose and out through the nose? 4 counts in, 4 counts out. And a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Come up into a seated position. Circle the shoulders up and back. One last deep breath in. And breathe out. Well done, and thank you for joining me.